Welcome to Scary Mary Asia, a place where ancient myths whisper in the dark, where forgotten legends rise again, and where every shadow has a story to tell. From haunted villages deep in the jungles, to cursed temples, restless spirits, and creatures that walk between worlds, here we uncover Asia's darkest tales. If you love chilling stories, mysterious legends, and real-life hauntings, you're in the right place. Every day, we bring you stories that'll make your skin crawl, and maybe make you question what's real. So, before we begin, hit that subscribe button, because your support keeps these stories alive and helps this channel grow. And trust me, you don't want the spirits to be the only ones watching. Scary Mary Asia, where myths breathe and nightmares come alive.
Haunted Hospitals of Asia. Episode 8. The wards that whisper hospitals are meant for healing. But in some corners of Asia, they remember pain, screams, and final breaths. Tonight, on Scary Mary Asia, we check into the haunted hospitals of Asia, where the lights never truly go out and the patients never really leave. Subscribe if you dare to stay through visiting hours. Story 1. Old Changi Hospital, Singapore. The Screaming Ward, built in 1935. Old Changi Hospital once treated soldiers and civilians until the Japanese used it as a torture site during the war. Locals say you can still hear screams from Ward 26 after midnight. A group of explorers once went live from the hospital basement. Their camera caught a nurse's shadow moving between rooms, but none of them were standing there. When they reviewed the footage, the last frame showed a figure looking straight into the lens, holding a scalpel. Story 2. Lady Willingdon Hospital, Chennai, India. The nurse who never left The Old Lady Willingdon Hospital has one ward kept closed since 1962. Nurses claim they hear someone calling for morphine from inside. When they open the door, the room is empty. One night, a young trainee nurse stayed late. She saw an older nurse in a white sari tending to a patient. When she greeted her, the woman turned. Her face was pale, her eyes hollow like glass. The next morning, the head nurse said no one matching that description worked there for more than 50 years. Story 3. Kuala Kubu Baru Hospital, Malaysia. The phantom patient nurses on the night shift here tell the same story of a patient who checks in, but never checks out. She always appears around 2 a.m., asking for a room. The Countess CCTV once caught a woman signing the guest book, but her name wasn't recorded. When they replayed the footage frame by frame, her hand never actually touched the pen. Just before she vanished, she smiled and whispered, "Thank you, I'll rest now." Story 4. St. John's Asylum, Philippines. The laughter in the wards in the outskirts of Manila stands the ruins of St. John's, once a psychiatric hospital. Abandoned after a fire in the 1980s, locals claim you can still hear laughter mixed with crying from the burned ward. A journalist investigating found drawings on the walls, crude crayon sketches of doctors and fire. But one drawing had something new every time he returned. First, smoke, then faces, then his own name. On his last visit, he recorded a voice whispering through the static, "We're not cured yet." Story 5. Mae Sot Hospital, Thailand. The Corridor of Shadows. Mae Sot Hospital near the Myanmar border once served as an emergency site during the 1990 conflict. Dozens of patients died waiting for doctors who never came. Today, staff say the South Corridor feels wrong, cold even when it's hot outside. One nurse reported walking past a ward full of sleeping patients, only to realize none were breathing. She quit the next morning, leaving only one note behind. They were standing beside me. Hospitals save lives, but sometimes they hold on to what's already gone. So when you hear a voice calling your name from an empty bed, don't answer. This is Scary Mary Asia. Subscribe and join me next time for Episode 9, Haunted Roads of Asia, where the dead still travel.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel and don't forget to like, share, and comment.